So LeBron, obviously this is pre-recorded, but by the time this comes out, he may have already, become the all-time leading scorer. So LeBron is set to surpass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He only has 36 more points to go. I think the next two games are going to be nationally televised. Tuesday against OKC in LA, and then Thursday in LA against the Milwaukee Bucks. Obviously, Kareem played for the Bucks as well too, but only needs 36 more points. My first question for you is, who do you think he's going to get those 36 points? Or what game do you think he's going to surpass it? Against the Bucks or against OKC on Tuesday?
Okay, well, I got tickets to the Bucks game, so that's my
Oh,
answer.
you did?
Yeah.
You ain't going to tell me you got tickets to the Bucks game? Damn, I don't know what to the game.
Hey, nah. You, look, I don't want to talk about how much I spent. That's why I'm where I'm sitting. That's all. So, Hey,
just for that, out of spite, I hope he get that shit Tuesday.
Ain't no way.
Get that shit Tuesday.
Ain't no way he getting 36 points against OKC. So
unless he strategically plans this shit,
which is what it is.
Which he could do that, but if he in the zone, nigga, and it's a close game, I can see him getting 36.
Nah, he ain't gonna do that.
He gonna do that.
He's basically only gotten at least 30 while AD's been back.
Mm-hmm. That's
so
true.
I feel like. And I was nervous. I bought it before they played New York. Mm-hmm. Or I bought it right after the New York game.
Oh, so you just bought it.
Mm-hmm. I bought it maybe Friday or Saturday after the Kyrie news.
You probably dropped a band.
We not going to talk about it.
Because one of my teammates in my Adults Men League, his girl works, I think she does something where she interviews Kawhi's camp or something like that. So sometimes he be getting tickets and shit like that. But I think she was selling tickets for the OKC game, but you had to buy it in bulk. I think it was for 5. It was 5 tickets, but everyone had to spend $1,200.
Oh, okay.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I got mine off SeatGeeks, so I only had to pay for one. But I've been a LeBron fan since 2003. I'd always said to myself 2 or 3 years ago, when it was getting close, that I was gonna do it. But I just obviously nobody knows which game it's gonna be. But once it was 3 or 5 games out, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just take a shot in the dark and see. And then I think too at the time ESPN had a little ticker at the top on when they thought. Or when they forecasted he was going to get it?
I thought it was going to be I thought it was going to be that Saturday game. I predicted a couple episodes back against the Golden State. Yeah, but you said, with AD coming out, he had to do more, so he was going stupid.
Right. Yeah. I just think it's going to be cool that he'll get it before All-Star Week, and I think that'll be almost the talk of the town and whatever trades get done.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Friday I'm going to the Clippers Bucks game.
Okay.
And now I'm a little nervous that I got, because basically with my tickets, you can, it doesn't count the premium. So premium games are Lakers games, Warriors games, 76ers game, and Bucks.
Yeah.
So now I'm a little nervous. One, lately Giannis has been sitting out back-to-backs. So I don't know if he's going to play Friday, which would suck. 2, I spent money for the premium seat to move up.
To see there.
To
see him.
So we're going to see. Either way, I'm going to still go.
He should be there for sure to play both those.
Most superstars play both games in LA.
Yeah, I mean, that seems sensible.
Yeah, but we're going to see. That's going to be interesting as well, too. So definitely keep me posted with that game for sure.
I got you. I'm going to take hella pictures. You know what I mean? It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool.
So having said all that, I know we kind of talked about that last time with Carl on the show, but, what does this mean for him to, eclipse Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and be the all-time leading scorer?
I mean, for me, it makes him the greatest scorer of all time. To me, I've watched LeBron from really since that. I was a real fan after 2008 or 9 when they played the Spurs and the Spurs swept them. After that series, that's when I was really whoa, this nigga's gonna take over the league, and that's when I really became a fan. So watching him, go through all his trials, tribulations, all his letdowns, and all those moments, all the moments I've seen him pass the ball, and just now being at the top of this list, and watching people, tell me over and over about how how much better of a scorer Michael and KD and goddamn Kobe is, and it's like they score the ball in a beautiful way, but so does LeBron, and I think
in a beautiful way.
Yeah.
All right.
And see, that's the thing. That's the people are like, oh, Bron does like one hezzy move and so strong he just powers to the rim or has his post up game. It's not beautiful, but like you'd be doing a disservice to the game of basketball if you told me you watched LeBron's 12-15 year career and didn't think that the way he plays and the way he scores isn't beautiful. Like that's just my opinion. I feel like it's not a mid-range pull-up, dribble move.
I'd say compared to the people that we always talk about, the Kobe's, the KD's, the Michael Jordans, I just feel like his doesn't look as fundamentally sound as theirs. But you can't argue now when he surpassed them, he's not the. I mean, he's the best scorer of all time. You know what I'm saying? No matter how it look, that nigga gets buckets regardless as well. So, I was just looking at his game when he beat the Knicks. I mean, I really started to appreciate LeBron James as a scorer, honestly. That year that Kyrie got traded to the Celtics and he was able to basically will his team to the finals.
Right, yeah.
That's when I was like, yo, your game, he has no weakness in his game. At all.
If we just take even just that series, that 2018 when he went through Indiana, went through Toronto, like how he was getting buckets in those series, and then if you take the 2016 finals when he had to score, him and Kyrie had to score 41.
That's when I became a super fan of Bron, when he had to do that shit himself, even though he didn't succeed. But
bro, I'm like, this nigga's getting it at all three levels. People are like, he don't got no pull up or no like bad. It's not gonna like Jason Tatum or Tracy McGrady or James Harden, but like, he got more points than all them niggas. Mm-hmm. And like, we getting it against tough defenses where all five niggas are in the paint, like, waiting for him, And if he don't do that, he gonna show a beautiful pass to someone who's open that's gonna get an assist. Like, come on, man.
So you've seen LeBron play since you probably wore diapers. What has been your favorite game since he's the best scorer now? What's been your favorite game that you've seen him score? For me, it was 2018 finals versus the Warriors game 1 when he went for 50, but they lost because J.R. Smith. That's when I was like, yo, no one can fucking stop you.
Yeah, no, that was a beautiful performance. That was a beautiful performance. But I think for me, the one that meant the most and was...
I feel like I know what you're going to say.
Was the most relieving because people was on his ass so crazy was Game 6 in Boston. Like, because if he don't win that game or if he don't perform, like, it's done. It's clipped. Like, it's like, oh, like, you really ain't shit.
That was an elimination game too, right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
so, like,
I need to rewatch that.
That game and how he just played pretty much perfect basketball, I think is his best performance that he's ever put on. I mean, he's obviously scored more points. Obviously been in the finals and scored more points too, but I think that was the one where it was like, you gotta win this game. You don't have any other choice, and he balled out of control.
And also, man, just getting this award, longevity, is crazy. Like, his commitment. I mean, obviously genetics probably got to play like 50-60%, but that other percentage is just his commitment to investing into his body and mind, and being able to be consistent on a yearly basis. That's kind of crazy, and that's kind of inspiring as well too, because I don't really see anyone playing at this level, at this age, currently in the league or even in the future. There's going to be that person probably when we older, but for now, nah, bro. And it's just kind of crazy. I think when I was watching the Knicks game, like I said last week, I was just like, yo, this nigga is 38 years old.
Yep.
And can still put up 40, 50. It's ridiculous. Obviously, now in today's league, like, 30's the new 20. You know what I'm saying? Just the pacing of the game and whatnot as well, too. But to still do this shit on a nightly basis is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I think, I mean, depends. I think if they get Kyrie and, like, get that going, he might play for, like,
play even longer.
5 years, to be honest. But I think there's a real case that could be made that he might be able to push it to, like, 45,000 points, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, like I seen that interview or that post game where Luka was asked if he could do it, and he was just like, I'm not gonna play that long. You know, like you might get players who are capable of doing it, but like if you don't take care of your body the way Bron has, which he's the only athlete in NBA history to take care of his body like that and invest that much money into his body, you're not gonna see those numbers.
Yeah, I agree. It sucks. Like, had Kobe never got hurt, he'd probably be number one. But I think if LeBron would eventually surpass them. And then I always think too, like, what if Jordan never retired those years and played? Where would he kind of be in the standings as well too? But LeBron, man,
I mean, he probably.
Go ahead.
But I was just gonna say, I mean, if Bron didn't hurt his groin that first year he got to LA, he probably would have been did it.
That. And then his ankle too.
Yep. So there are times, yeah. So.
Nah, man, he the GOAT, bro. He's the GOAT.
Yeah, I can't wait for millennials and Gen Zers to replace Stephen A. on TV, so them niggas can stop saying that Michael Jordan's the GOAT, because it's just getting on my nerves.
But man, that 6-0,
yeah,
90s era,
yeah. But
what
that ain't
the impact he had. I can see why people always hold on to that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a part of the new gen as well too, where I still have ties to the old era, but come on, man.
I don't use team accomplishments to compare individual players to me, in my opinion. Winning is a tie for sure. Like you definitely have to give him his
personal
praise
accolades plus team success
for his team success. But you also gotta understand, like, he did have the best team for 8 years in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, yeah, it was because he was on it too, but they were a playoff team without him. That's true. Like, he was blessed. Mm-hmm. He was blessed. He had the best coach in the game too at that time. Like, he was blessed.
I mean, yeah, you can always play devil's advocate too.
And if Bron had stayed maybe in one organization for forever, I mean, who knows? Maybe the same happens for him. But like,
I think he'll probably only have like 2.
I'm saying, like, if he'd have stayed in Miami,
blood clot Chris Bosh, they wouldn't.
No, they would have found some other people. I think.
You think they'll find someone else?
Right, like, or just anybody. I don't know. Through cap space.
Well, I will say this: even with what the Miami Heat have been able to do post LeBron, make a finals appearance and get to the conference finals, constantly kind of trying to retool. Yeah, I agree. They would have definitely made them competitive. But I mean, and it's Miami too. Who doesn't want to play in Miami? So I think you're right. I think he would have won 1 or 2 more, possibly.